Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So in this one I'm going to be showing you a game in the M8A1, and the M8A1 on proc, guys, is really fun. I mean, tier 4, guys, and usually at this tier you have a lot of view range. um, like, you have a lot of view range if you're a player that understands that view range is important, because most people at tier 3, tier 4, even tier 5, they don't really care about view range. So when a map wide open like this appears and you're on proc, or something like that, you know, it's actually a lot of fun. So what I want to note here, guys, is in the beginning of this game, okay, this is what happens at these tiers. BT7 Art just decides to, you know, ram me and just keep going, because I guess this is what people do. They like to ram you and stuff. Then he rams the T70, so I put another shot in his direction. All right. Then I guess the Panzer 3E feels, you know, is annoyed about that. So he comes up and he also pit maneuvers me for no reason. And what can I say, guys? It's tier 4, right? So I kind of just tap him. I don't want to pit maneuver him. I don't even know if I could anyway. And then he does it again. He pit maneuvers me again. I mean, you just never know what you're going to find at tier 4, guys. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny, but these guys were being douchers. So I call them clowns, and it made myself feel better. So we're going to come up to this bush here, guys, at like G1, F1 area. And really, guys, I mean, the Panzer 3E and like I think it was the Panzer that really YOLO scouted all these guys. And guys, it's like the heavens have opened up. There are tanks just in the wide open everywhere. I don't know who to shoot at. I'm taking shots at the T28. I'm taking shots at the T6 medium, and the BT5 is up here now YOLOing, and I think I'm going to get spotted. But like I said, view range, people don't understand how important it is. This guy has no view range on his tank. He probably has like 50% crew or something. And I get behind a bush anyway. And guys, I'm just having a field day here, okay? We are putting shots left, right, you know, and really, I mean, what do we do? 500 damage there? It could have been 700, guys. I missed a couple shots. And it's just so exciting when you have tanks in front of you, guys, that you know, it's just it's a shoot fest. It's literally, you're just sitting there, you know, annihilating these people. So that's what we're doing. You know, I'll put this on 2 times because, you know, we start taking a bunch of blind shots here. I think like 1 or 2 of them go in. And really, guys, when I saw the M plates, I don't have the M plates for this video again. I forgot to save them. I was playing a lot of battles, so I just forgot to go ahead and you know, take screenshots of the M plates, because I don't upload my videos to, you know, Watt replays or whatever. So you know, I don't have the M plates, but guys, in the M plates we did like 500 damage blind. So a lot of the blind shots I took went into something, you know. Doesn't matter what it was, but it went into something. So I think we ended up doing, I want to say it was like, it was over 2,000 damage, you know, and I believe the damage at the end of this game was like 1,700 or something like that. I think we did like 2,300 or something like that. So I'm trying to move up, guys. I knocked down this tree. I'm spotted. Who spotted me? I'm not entirely sure. It's probably someone with binocs in the back that actually understands that view range is important. Could have been the M8A1 or something like that. And we get lit. Luckily, we get out, guys. We only lost half our HP. And you know, this tank, guys, it is so good. Like, I love playing in this tank, even though the aiming time can be a little annoying when you're first you know, zooming in and stuff. You know, the dispersion isn't great, but the tank, being that it has such good mobility, it's really powerful at tier 4 if you know kind of how to play it. And I run binocs and optics on it, so you can see my view range is pretty good in it. But you know, ultimately, guys, like the tank is really good, but what I was going to say is it's very vulnerable. Like, it has no armor, so, you know, a lot of times your engine gets, you know, hit, or, you know, you can get one-shotted by like an HE shell from, you know, Hetzer, Stug, etc. So you have to be mindful of that and just be careful. But anyway, guys, we're still sitting here in this bush. I'm using my binocs with, I want to say my view range is like 422, 421, something like that. So at tier 4, guys, like, this is very powerful view range. It's pretty much as good as it can get because I run recon, situational awareness, and I run the binocs, obviously, and the optics. But at max view range, I think that's about as good as it can get. I don't run Brother in Arms, and I don't run rations on this thing. So really, that's, you know, we could get it to probably max view range, but is it really necessary on tier 4? I don't think, you know, for proc, that's really the only map it's necessary for. So, and maybe what is it called, Malinovka. So you know, guys, I don't think it's necessary to run rations and stuff like that. So B1 appears and the M8 appears, and like I said, guys, I have a good feeling that it was probably the M8A1 that spotted me. But I mean, it could have been the FCM, you know, the pack. I mean, it's very possible. The pack, it seems to be the best player on their team, so that's very possible. I think we'll go 2 times, guys, so we can kind of get through this. But I mean, if you're looking at the map, guys, right? They have 4 people on the 1 line, and what I'm seeing is we've kind of won the 0 line, so I'm almost thinking of getting back further and almost letting this T29 spot, because he's just sitting there, and I feel like if someone else can spot for me and I can start, you know, taking shots again without getting spotted, we might be able to win this side of the map. I'm at 1100 damage, guys, and you know, it's easy for me in this tank. You know, if some people are casual players, for me, now that I understand like all the basics of World of Tanks and more and all that, and I have good view range and 100% crew and all that, like at tier 4, guys, like that's why I enjoy playing tier 4 so much. I know it's seal clubbing, but the M8A1 is just such a good tank to play at this tier because the DPM is just absurd and stuff. And you know, I was able to really annihilate the 1 line as it is already. So what I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm just trying to get in a good spot to get shots at people on the 1 line, but also like if I need to go back and someone gets spotted in the mid or something like that, I want to be able to get out of here too, like go like this. So that's why I'm kind of being very, you know, I'm not really sure where I want to put myself at this given time. And you know, I mean, really anywhere I go is not going to be the perfect position. If you're ever in this scenario and you're not sure exactly where you want to go, guys, just pick a spot and stay there. You know, there's no perfect spot for when you know, there's a lot of, you know, people that might be rushing you. You know, you're going to get spotted eventually anyway, but when it's wide open like this, there's no perfect spot. If there's a map where there's hard cover somewhere, maybe that's a better spot. But anyway, guys, the B1 and the M8, they decide to, you know, go over here, and the P26 and DW2, we're dealing with them now. They kill the M8A1, but for some reason, both my DW2 and the P2640 happen to die. I guess the B1 outplayed them, or maybe they pushed over and got shot at by the pack and stuff. But in any case, guys, they die, and you know, oh, it looks like the T6 comes over to help them. I didn't remember seeing that, but anyway, guys, let's move ahead. They die, so we can kind of get into the important part of this video, where I basically carry the team, and I come up to the bush line there, guys, and I'm spotted. So what does that tell me? Well, it means that obviously the B1 and the T6 didn't spot me. The pack is still back there. So the pack is still back there. He lit me, and now I know that, okay, the pack is here, and this is what I'm assuming, guys, right? I'm assuming in this, given their situation, that either the B1 or the T6 is going to try and make pressure here or here. And let's fast forward and see what happens, right? You have to, when you're in a situation like this, like I see the T29 is over here, you can't lose the entire map, because if we sit over here and then someone pokes up this ridge, I know it's tier 4, guys, but in theory we could get spotted and then we'll lose, you know, basically the rest of the map. And the more map that you lose, the harder it becomes to carry a game and to basically, you know, have a comeback. So what I'm going to do is poke up to the bush line here, and luckily, you know, we happen to spot the B1 who comes on. And the B1 is a very slow tank, guys, so I really did not think he would be here this quickly. But eventually you'll see the B1 pokes up in the bush line right here. He's at 84 HP. So I know that the B1 is kind of has decent armor, so I take a second there, let him come up the hill, load 2 shells of gold, and I put both into, you know, basically his front plate, and we kill him. So now we know that it's just the T6 and the FCM pack. So really, you know, And Artie, of course, guys, but I'm not really too concerned about this artillery because I haven't seen him take one shot at me, or really anyone for that matter. Maybe you saw it earlier, but I never got hit by him. So, I don't really, it's not something that I really care about. The T6 gets spotted here. Okay. I take 3 shots at him. One bounces, one goes in, and the other one, we didn't even need. Then the pack comes along and gets spotted as well. This was so lucky, guys, because this pack made a really, really stupid move. If this FCM just stayed back here, and was a little more passive, or he even went along the line like this after the T29, he probably could have killed the T29, and my artillery, and stayed, he could have even stayed unlit and not taking shots from me. Instead, he comes over the other side of this ledge here and just leaves himself wide open to my shots, and he's dead, guys. So, if you're ever in a situation like the pack is, don't do that. Okay, that was a really dumb play on his part, and I know he was trying to put pressure on the T29, which, he did, and the T29 died, and he also spotted Artie, so it was definitely the pack, in my opinion. He had a really good view range that spotted me before. So my Artie dies, and now it's 14 to 14, guys. It's just me and the enemy Artie. So I'm begging this guy, please, dude, ping the map and tell me where he hit you from, but he just doesn't understand, or whatever. So, or maybe he just quit the game immediately, So my assumption is this guy is either sitting here, he's sitting right here, or he's sitting, obviously over here where they're pinging the map. But the guy said, attention A2, but he said, just a guess, A2. And the P26 also pinged. So I didn't know if these guys were right or not. So obviously I check this guy's, if he's sitting in this area, which I highly doubt he is, in A0, I don't have the time, right? So, there's 47 seconds left. So what I'm doing is just checking that quick, and now I'm like 95% sure this guy is sitting in, A2, B2 area. So I'm going to rush over there. Keep an eye on the clock, guys. We have 33 seconds. I'm going to 2 times it up until we spot the guy. So we're coming over here. We're looking, and eventually I get lit and he appears, guys. Here he is. And I'm aiming the shot, and I'm realizing, okay, I have 10 seconds to kill this guy. So, like, is a ram necessary? Like, do I need to ram this guy? But if I ram him at full HP, will I die? Because I don't think I would, but I was really considering ramming the guy. But we have just enough time. We miss another shot, guys, and I'll put it at, whatever, half times here. Last shot at 1 second, guys, and we won with 1 second left. And when I killed him initially, I was like, I paused for a second, and I was like, did I win? Because I wasn't even sure. It was that close, guys. I wasn't even sure if I had won this game. But there you have it, guys, in the M8A1. We did 1,620 damage, but like I said, guys, in the M plates, it was like 22 or 2,300 damage. So we hit a lot of blind shots, and I know this is tier 4 again, guys, but it was just such an enjoyable game for me, and 4 kills, and we carried this game, and to win with 1 second left, guys, I couldn't describe to you the adrenaline, even at tier 4. So I hope you enjoyed this one in the M8A1, guys, and I will see you for the next video. Bye-bye.